Aller faire la quête chronique tribale de... Attendez, on va baisser un petit peu. La quête chronique tribale de Xilonen. Qu'est-ce que je veux dire? Et oui, comme c'est annoncé sur le stream, dès demain nous allons euh, partir sur une nouvelle aventure. Alors bien sûr, cette partie-là, on va y jouer, hein, quand il y aura la 5.2, la 5.3 et tout. Mais néanmoins, j'ai envie de vraiment recommencer un stream, enfin recommencer une aventure ensemble en free-to-play. Parce que littéralement, la 5 points, il y avait tellement de lore que j'ai juste envie de recréer une nouvelle aventure, de la mettre sur YouTube pour que vraiment les personnes qui ne connaissent pas puissent suivre du début à la fin. Et qu'en même temps, on puisse se remémorer le lore et tout et tout. Parce que voilà, il y a eu énormément de bombes. Certaines choses, certains lore que j'ai vus sur certains streams anglophones dont je ne connaissais pas. Et je voudrais bien en soi qu'on puisse découvrir mondes et merveilles et encore une fois faire 1 milliard de théories ensemble. Et pour l'heure, nous allons faire... Ah oui d'ailleurs, et qui du coup dit nouvelle aventure de Genshin, dit que ça va être des heures pas possibles en stream vu qu'on va faire que ça de papillonner comme des chacals. Et ça, on aime bien évidemment, c'est partie du stream, l'emmerdement ultime. Mais c'est la vie d'Aloca baby. Alors, je ne sais même plus comment on fait. Ah si, c'est ça. Alors on va faire la chronique tribale de Xilonen. Et puis voilà. J'ai commencé déjà à théoriser quelques petits trucs. En même temps, en fait, il y a tellement de choses. En fait, il y a tellement de choses que bon, ça devient terrible. D'ailleurs, on voit même ce qui s'est passé en haut à droite de l'écran. Cette fameuse. Envoyer un message maintenant ou pas? Alors, cette fameuse cette extraction de pierre. Elle est épuisée. Bah ouais, du coup, je le commencerai demain. On va sûrement faire le quota du. On va peut-être essayer de commencer vraiment tous les streams à partir de 13-14 heures, jusqu'à pas d'heure. Mais voilà. De toute façon, on va être, à un moment donné, on va vite être bloqué hein, par le niveau. Mais ça va. En plus, ça va nous permettre de jouer des rangs qu'on connaît pas, donc c'est plutôt pas mal. Allez, on commence la chronique tribale de Xilonen. Perso très important et très intéressant.
The shelf on the left, second row down, first X on the right. That one's yours. And the garden hoe belongs to Iqnal, and the hammer is Pakal's, so
What?
make sure you take the one that's yours.
I haven't even said why I'm here. But looks like you're about to head out for a break.
Yes, but I am going to take it right here. The temperature is just perfect today.
Ah, Xilonen, elle adore le soleil.
Really? But doesn't it feel a lot hotter than usual? I really don't want to stay out in this heat.
Exactly. In hot weather like this, customers don't tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to place orders or pick up the goods.
Quel goat.
I see. Oh, here comes another customer. I'll just leave you to it then, and pick up my axe.
Ah malheureusement elle est antinomique à moi, je n'aime pas trop le soleil.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Bon, la chaleur me dérange pas, mais le soleil me dérange. Bizarre le bonhomme. Pour le screamer.
Oh, traveler, Paimon! We meet again. How's your Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Run into any issues? Oh, good. It was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle, even though I've already turned it over to you. There are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so I wasn't sure if there'd be any issues.
Ok.
Well, less than the chances of Mualani accidentally falling off a spirit way, I'd say.
well, that definitely would never happen.
I found the Xilonen. Thanks a lot. By the way, Nitchka's birthday's coming up
Nitchka.
real soon. Are you planning to visit her?
I've prepared a gift and was just getting ready to take it to her.
You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you? Or, let me guess, woodworking tools?
Oh, yeah, I make these myself, and it's a lot of work. But if you like a set, I can make some time and forge one
Sure.
for you.
Great! We often camp out in the wild, but a set of Xilonen's tools would make pitching a tent and starting a bonfire a whole lot easier.
Well, still, I won't be giving Nitchka any tools this year. She wrote me a letter saying that she'd like a copy of To Kill the Brave. The book is not what you call a bestseller, but luckily, I have a few copies in my collection. They were really old editions that were...
Children her age love fairy tales. The last time I was at Thesoli's... Wait. What did I bring her again?
Oh, it is quite hot today.
Oh,
Seems you're about to pass out
belle
from the
pause.
heat. Do you even remember your own name?
C'est vraiment magnifique. Hein. Putain, j'ai tellement hâte qu'on puisse avoir Mavuika. Je vous dis, Mavuika, on va le mettre C6. Hein. Très clairement.
My memory can't be this bad. It's just these last few days. I've been forgetting things for some odd reason.
Ah, l'amnésie.
Well, in that case, why don't you use the blaze gem inscription you have as a memo to engrave some important things to remember? After all, that inscription will never wear out, and it's easy to carry. I'd say that's quite a fitting use for it.
You do have a point, but
Votre nom est si long.
is almost already full. No. I engraved some wishes on my blaze gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tassoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short, this blaze gem inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names himself.
Nomenclatrice.
Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wonder. So, many people who bought blaze gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes that they would come true.
Sounds kinda like a wish granter. But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
Don't worry. We usually ask Tassoli to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving.
Lazoli.
With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text.
Alors, j'essaie de me rappeler un peu des noms, même s'ils sont un peu durs.
Blaze gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
L'embois gemé ressemble à de jolies pierres ordinaires.
That's true. In the end, a blaze gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. It doesn't have the power to grant people's wishes. Making wishes to it is, but using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement. Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. These things are extremely durable. It would take a lot of effort to change the world, and I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and very hard to get. If you ever lost it, still, it's really strange. Given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one? Oh, well, I hope someone didn't give her an idea of making fewer and so.
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. Still, at least she and little Nechka are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried about their family at first, and was even planning to send them some... Huh? What was I planning to send them?
Je pense qu'elle a un problème, hein. Je pense qu'elle souffre vraiment d'amnésie.
All right, if you stay out in the heat for any longer,
Ah bah oui,
even
peut-être la
the
chaleur.
inscription won't be able to save your memory. You should go back.
Right. Right. Please give my regards to Tlesoli and Nechka. What's going on? Maybe I should go talk to Lee to get some medicine.
So you'll be going to Nechka's birthday party too, Xilonen? Oh, perfect!
Oh, yeah, sure, but I didn't expect you to know Tosoli too. She hasn't been coming to the tribe much lately, so how did you get a chance to talk with her?
Ah non, c'était pourquoi? Ou c'était parce qu'il y a une fille qui était malade? Je me sens que c'était ça.
Oh, so that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material. Guess she's really pulling out all the stops for her daughter. Then let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
La goutte.
Wait a second, our birthday gift's supposed to be a surprise? If we ask Nechka, then she'll know what gift we'll be getting her. And that would ruin the surprise!
But if you don't ask her, then how will you know what kind of present she would like? Here's another idea. Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter. That might be a good option.
But shouldn't we give it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much. Xilonen, have you
Attends, tu lui donnes des
ever
moras.
asked her what she would like the most? There must be something else she'd like besides books.
Unfortunately, no. Nechka's illness has kept flaring up over the past few years. Apparently, she couldn't do anything during that time other than rest in bed. It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regain strength to write letters to others. Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I can split the book into 2 volumes and we can each give her one.
No, that's terrible. That would really look like we didn't try.
Ah bah, ça trouve aussi, Paimon. Mais je sais pas, si elle peut dès à présent écrire des lettres, je sais pas, peut-être l'idée d'un livre romantique, ça lui plairait, ou un saurien afin de l'accompagner, ou même simplement un ami. Hein.
Let's just go ask Nechka. Even though it would ruin the surprise, we could at least get her something that. Anyway, could you tell us a bit more about the book that you're getting her?
Well, it's a little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of To Kill the Brave. The premise of the book is pretty straightforward. It's
Deux
basically
frères jumeaux
about
qui
a
unissent
set of
leurs
twin
forces pour éliminer un
brothers
roi
who need to
maléfique.
defeat a demon lord.
Bizarrement, c'est nous.
But after defeating the demon lord, the older brother To Kill discovers that the king's spirit has possessed his younger brother Remark. In the ending of the original story, the older brother kills his younger brother to defeat the demon lord before jumping into the
d'accord.
volcano.
Oh! Ah non, je pensais pas que... Alors... c'est... Oh putain... Ouais, 12 000, alors putain... J'espère que vous êtes prêts pour la lecture. Hein. Cette histoire remonte à un passé lointain et désolé. À cette époque, les dents des montagnes se dressaient encore comme des lames contre les hommes et les bêtes, convoitant les âmes des esprits faibles, qu'elles soient humaines ou non. Les gens savaient que la déesse des montagnes ne les aimait pas et qu'ils devaient se tenir à l'écart. Cependant, ils furent forcés de trouver un refuge dans des grottes pour échapper aux tempêtes qui faisaient rage dehors, y passant de longues nuits les unes après les autres. Mais ces cavernes, comme les montagnes, avaient un prix pour ces tribus, et elles furent nombreuses à perdre des membres dans les déserts où celles-ci s'égarèrent. Le courageux Tekil et son frère Booker Rimac naquirent dans l'une de ces tribus. Au moment de leur naissance, une longue et troublante nuit régnait tant à l'intérieur qu'à l'extérieur des grottes. Bien que les feux de camp autour desquels les membres de la tribu s'étaient réunis vacillaient, aucun d'entre eux n'était réconforté par leur lumière. Les gens se disaient « Ce feu va bientôt s'éteindre et à ce moment-là, ce sera notre fin. Combien de temps cette nuit va-t-elle encore durer? J'ai froid et j'ai faim. Alors accélérons les choses. Vite! Laissez-moi entrer dans la nuit. Ce sera toujours mieux que cette torture. Oh mes pauvres enfants. » Pourtant, Tekil et Rimac n'annoncèrent pas leur arrivée avec des larmes de tristesse comme les autres enfants. Au lieu de ça, Tekil regardait les profondeurs de la grotte. Les sbires de la grotte faisaient de leur mieux pour l'effrayer, mais son regard les balayait, aiguisé comme un éperon rocheux. Il a vu nos griffes acérées, nos grandes dents, mais il n'a pas peur. Les méchantes créatures chuchotaient d'une voix inquiète. Elles rétractèrent leurs griffes, leurs crocs sans vraiment s'en rendre compte. Rimac, pour sa part, agitait les mains et riait. Son rire était comme des cailloux tombant dans un ruisseau, attirant l'attention de la tribu en détresse vers son visage. C'est alors seulement qu'ils réalisèrent que même si la flamme vacillait, elle n'avait jamais cessé de brûler. Et d'un autre geste de la main, Rimac tapota le tas de bois à côté de lui. Nourrissez le feu, nourrissez le feu. Ainsi cria le vieux chef, comme ramené à la réalité par ce nouveau-né, dispersant ainsi la peur qui était sur le point d'engloutir toute la tribu. Les gens se levèrent alors pour alimenter le feu. Ils dégainèrent ensuite leurs lames en obsidienne, portant leur regard vers les profondeurs de la grotte, tout comme Tekil l'avait fait. Les sbires de la caverne étaient dévorés par la rage et la haine, mais ils savaient que ces gens ne déposeraient pas les armes et n'en démordraient pas. La terreur avait déjà fui, la mort n'eut d'autre choix que de battre en retraite. Ce n'est que lorsque le soleil se leva à nouveau que les frères fermèrent les yeux et s'endormirent dans les bras de leur mère. Et c'est ainsi que les membres de la tribu quittèrent la grotte après avoir vécu un autre jour. Ces gens qui avaient rejeté la peur vivraient encore d'innombrables jours. Mais la défaite essuyée par ces sbires démoniaques ne manquait pas d'attirer l'attention de leur maître, Coatlicou. Ce seigneur des démons prétendait être la mère des profondeurs et régnait sur 10 000 fois 10 000 grottes. Ses crocs étaient comme des stalactites rocheuses et sa langue était comme le souffle d'un vent humide et glacial. Au réveil, elle n'était rassasiée qu'après avoir dévoré 10 000 âmes vivantes. Avant Tekil et Rimac, aucun humain n'était parvenu à lui échapper. Embarrassée, la mère de la terre agita la main, frappant les bêtes maléfiques recroquevillées de peur à ses côtés. Allez vous acheter de cet échec humiliant, capturez ces mortels ignorés et remplissez mon estomac. Mais après avoir vaincu leur peur pour la première fois, les gens n'oublièrent plus jamais comment se débarrasser de cette terreur. Ils s'installèrent au pied des montagnes, ils aiguisèrent des pieux en bois et allumèrent des feux. Ils donnèrent ensuite les lames les plus tranchantes à leurs meilleurs guerriers pour qu'ils montent la garde derrière les pieux. Leurs yeux brillants transperçaient la nature environnante au-delà de la lueur du feu, et ils ne détournèrent jamais leur regard, ne serait-ce qu'un instant. Par l'épée et par le feu, les serviteurs de Coatlicou furent vaincus d'innombrables fois jusqu'à ce qu'ils ne puissent plus se blottir dans l'obscurité, n'osant plus s'approcher de la flamme. La flamme dans le cœur des gens se raviva et ils commencèrent à parler de victoire, de lumière et de la fin de la vipère. Ils crurent en Tekil et en Rimac, ces deux frères pourraient sûrement entretenir la chaleur et la lumière. Tekil et Rimac pensaient la même chose et ils aiguisèrent donc leurs lances et leurs lames, se préparant à conduire le seigneur démoniaque de ce serpent maléfique à sa perte. Mais la mère de la terre, qui détestait cette tribu, ne voulait pas céder. Elle ramassa de la boue au plus profond de la grotte et la modela pour en faire un serpent. Ensuite, elle s'arracha un œil et le plaça dans l'orbite du serpent. C'est cet enfant qui vous a fait témoin du feu, alors laissez-moi aller lui dévorer les yeux. Un soir, alors que le soleil venait de se coucher, que le voile de la nuit recouvrait lentement le ciel et que les étoiles n'avaient pas encore commencé à briller, le serpent mordit et tua un lapin au-delà des limites de la tribu. Il se glissa alors dans sa peau et s'allongea au sol. Rimac, revenant d'avoir été, revenant après avoir été cueillir des herbes, tomba sur ce lapin. Voyant sa blessure, le gentil garçon posa sa torche sans hésitation pour prendre des herbes qu'il avait en poche. Il les mâcha, se préparant à les appliquer sur la blessure du lapin. Mais le serpent, parlant au nom de la mère de la terre, surgit de la blessure en sifflant de rire. Ah, humain, ignorant et stupide, tu te sacrifies pour un pauvre lapin. Alors que Rimac ne puisse récupérer sa torche, le serpent de la mer de la terre planta ses crocs dans son cou, puis s'enfonçant dans son corps, captura son cœur et son âme. Les sentinelles sans défense furent les prochaines sur la liste, car elles saluèrent Rimac comme elles le faisaient toujours quand il revenait de la cueillette des herbes. Seulement cette fois-ci, leurs cœurs furent transpercés par le serpent et moururent sur le coup. Les flammes de toute la tribu s'éteignirent, la mort et la terreur ressurgirent dans les ténèbres. La mère de la terre cracha le serpent et, à travers ses crocs empoisonnés, elle cria : « Voyez, imbécile et arrogant, agenouillez-vous comme il se doit dans la poussière. » Mais un bruit de pierre qui s'entrechoque l'interrompit. Tekil, qui affûtait sa lame en obsidienne, l'utilisa pour créer des étincelles qui enflammèrent sa tente. Il rendit sa lame et chargea en avant, donnant un grand coup sur le messager de la mère de la terre. Le tranchant flamboyant fendit facilement le serpent venimeux fait de boue. Mais alors que Tekil était sur le point de poursuivre, il vit les yeux de son frère, le sang sur ses mains. Ce bref instant était tout ce dont la vipère blessée avait besoin pour s'échapper. Pourtant, elle était presque entièrement calcinée et son œil presque réduit en cendres. Cette tribu était détruite et n'oserait plus jamais la défier. C'est ainsi que la mère de la terre se réconforta tandis qu'elle se retirait dans les ténèbres. Dès qu'il mourait d'envie de hurler le nom de son frère, mais la poussière brûlante lui bloquait la gorge. Il n'avait d'autre choix que de regarder son frère disparaître dans la nuit. Lorsque la nuit passa enfin, Tekil, qui se tenait au milieu des ruines, comprit que les survivants de la tribu ne pouvaient plus rester. Sa confusion et sa douleur enfouies au plus profond de son cœur, il les mena dans un nouveau voyage. Ils traversèrent des montagnes et des canyons, évitant des bêtes redoutables et des insectes venimeux. Dès qu'il ne ferma pas les yeux de tout le trajet, il n'osa pas non plus desserrer sa prise sur sa lame ni sur sa torche. Finalement, près d'un volcan silencieux, ils trouvèrent une tribu prête à les accueillir. Ce n'est qu'après avoir vu le dernier membre de cette tribu s'endormir paisiblement sous la protection d'un vieux chaman qui se détendit enfin et s'effondra à la même le sol. À son réveil, il se retrouva dans une grotte en feu. La lave qui l'entourait ondulait avec un rythme irrégulier, comme si la montagne elle-même respirait lentement. Lorsqu'il se releva, la lave bouillonnait et un grondement résonna de toutes les directions. Ne cherche pas ton frère, ses yeux ont été dévorés par un serpent fourbe. Mais je dois le sauver pour chasser ce serpent venimeux. Ces paroles résonnaient dans la grotte, mais la déesse des montagnes et du feu demeura silencieuse. Et qu'il se mit alors à lui adresser une prière. Laissez le nom de mon frère perdurer, je suis prêt à sacrifier mon cœur et mon sang en échange. La déesse lui répondit dans l'écho de la grotte. Elle dit ainsi. J'ai entendu ta prière, mais ton frère ne fait plus partie de ta famille. Son nom s'est enfoncé dans les profondeurs les plus sombres. Dès qu'il leva la tête et adressa son souhait à la déesse, transformez mon sang en feu pour que mon cœur illumine les profondeurs. Je ramènerai mon frère avant que tout mon sang soit drainé de mon corps. Transformez mon sang en feu jusqu'à ce que mon âme puisse brûler et tuer ce serpent. Je le décapiterai avant de perdre ma dernière goutte de sang. Lorsque Tekil se réveilla à nouveau, le vieux chaman de la tribu lui donna une épée flambant neuve, de la nourriture et de l'eau. Finalement, le chaman mit sa main sur ses épaules et le bénit. Que ton feu sèche ce venin du serpent venimeux. C'est ainsi que Tekil entreprit un autre voyage. Sa force était infinie, son corps infatigable, et son sang brûlait comme de la lave. Il traversa des champs herbeux et des sommets enneigés, des vallées profondes et de hautes montagnes. La déesse des montagnes et du feu lui montra le chemin et au moyen de chutes et de pierres et de fissures dans les falaises. C'est ainsi que Tekil continua d'avancer sans hésitation. Lorsqu'il rencontra à nouveau son frère, la mère de la terre se moqua de lui une fois de plus en utilisant le corps et la voix de Rimac. Mais lorsque ses griffes transpercèrent la poitrine de Tekil, il ne bougea pas et laissa son sang brûlant calciner les os du seigneur des démons. Tekil regardait ces créatures maléfiques dans les yeux avant de crier. Mon frère a bon cœur, il aurait sûrement fait de celui à un bien meilleur endroit, mais tu as choisi de l'empoisonner et d'étouffer sa vertu, avant de massacrer ceux qui avaient foi en lui et cette dernière. Meurs, espèce de reptile méprisable et venimeux, meurs! Tandis qu'il criait, son sang coula sur sa lame d'obsidienne, la rendant instantanément rouge écarlate sous le coup de la chaleur. La mère de la terre regarda avec effroi sa peau, ses os et son âme se brisaient de toutes parts. Elle avait envie de crier, elle n'avait besoin que d'une fraction de seconde pour laisser libre cours à ses griffes et réduire Tekil en charpie. Mais elle ne pouvait émettre aucun son car à la lumière du feu, l'âme silencieuse à laquelle ce corps appartenait autrefois s'éveilla. Et cette âme cria à son frère. Je refuse de voir ton sang être réduit en cendres, mais j'ai vu à quel point ton cœur et ton âme étaient lumineux. Souviens-toi de mon nom, mon frère, je serai encore là tant que tu ne m'oublieras pas. Les flammes ardentes balayèrent chaque recoin de cette grotte sombre et glaciale. Le moindre reptile qui s'y trouvait fut éliminé, réduit en cendres avec ses complots et desseins tous si odieux et ignoble, alors que la dernière goutte de son sang était sur le point de brûler, le toit de la grotte au-dessus de la tête de Tekil trembla. Une fissure s'ouvrit, une pierre précieuse tomba précisément à l'endroit de sa blessure. La déesse des montagnes et du feu parla une fois de plus, sa voix résonnant à travers les montagnes. Tu n'as plus qu'une goutte de sang, retourne dans ta tribu car tel est le souhait de ton frère et je compte le réaliser. Une nuit, le vieux chaman qui avait attendu le jour après jour au-delà des limites de la tribu se leva pour accueillir Tekil qui était enfin de retour. Mais Tekil refusa l'eau, la nourriture et les acclamations. Au lieu de ça, il se contenta de dire « Le serpent venimeux n'est plus, j'ai gagné, mais je dois bientôt aller rejoindre mon frère. » Il sortit la pierre précieuse de sa poitrine, la plaça sur une torche et se dirigea vers le volcan silencieux. Il me reste plus qu'une goutte de sang, mais elle ne m'est pas destinée. Elle doit servir la justice et l'équité pour les bons et les courageux. Utilisez-la pour allumer un feu dont les flammes brûleront à jamais. Sur ces mots, le vaillant Tekil sauta dans le volcan éteint. Son cœur et son sang secouèrent la terre et le cœur du volcan recommença à battre, laissant couler sa lave flamboyante. Le volcan vit, tout comme la bravoure de toutes les tribus. Belle histoire, belle histoire.
I remember there was one line that was super popular at the time. If I still remember right, after being possessed by the goddess Coatlicue, I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me.
Ouais, ça je me
The
rappelle.
other version was released only recently. The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a. In the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived. However, the revised version was not well received. After a month on the market, it had hardly sold any. The store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book and have resorted to all sorts of promotions. And even now, the only edition of To Kill the Brave you can find in the market
Oh
is the
merde.
newer one. Whereas the older edition is. Anyway, I couldn't bring myself to give such a poorly rated book to Nechka, so I spent a few days looking and managed to find a few
La
copies.
gosse.
I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it up as a present for Nechka. If you're interested, I can give you this extra copy to read. The pages are pretty old though, so please be gentle with it. Oh, and here's a copy of the newer edition too. They gave me a free copy when I went to buy some chocolatl.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the
Xoko
book.
Antlon.
Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious now.
Let's get going. Slowly.
Ah, du coup, on a eu les deux livres, on n'a pas eu qu'une seule. Ah ouais, c'est ça. Allez, petite lecture des animaux. Un pieuvre, donc ça doit être la normale. Uh-huh. Celle-là, c'est laquelle déjà? Ok. Ok, donc ça c'est l'ancien ça. Ah non, c'est celui-là l'ancien. Ah, je sais pas. Bon, on a lu l'histoire. De toute façon, si la fin du deuxième c'est plus récent, c'est que les deux frères sont en vie. Je pense qu'il a réussi à se débarrasser du serpent. Euh... Hop. Réellement satisfaisant. Bon, tu peux pas courir en montagne. Hop là. Ah, bah il est mort.
Go on now, Yengu. Nechka is still resting.
Ah oui, c'est elle, Tlazolier, celle qui a... Où on avait l'impression qu'elle était vraiment très fatiguée. Quand je viens d'y penser, mais je pense pas qu'en fait on va faire une nouvelle partie demain. Quand j'ai envie de refaire Genshin, ça oui, ça c'est sûr. Mais avec une caméra. Faut vraiment ce côté enjaillant, plaisant, que vous puissiez voir pleurer, enjailler et tant d'autres. Ouais, je pense qu'on va faire ça. Du coup, faut que j'achète une cam. Oh le gros bébé.
Oh, what a surprise.
Ah, elle joue avec.
Even Xilonen is here too.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Auntie. I received Nechka's letter. She wanted a copy of To Kill the... There are several editions of the book in Natlan, and I wasn't sure which version she'd prefer. I asked a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the most popular options, so I brought it for Nechka.
You haven't changed a bit, Xilonen. Let's go inside. I was just boiling some chocolatl,
Du
so you can
chocolatl.
Xilonen used to love drinking
Ah, c'est une
chocolatl.
boisson, d'accord.
When she was
Je crois
little,
que c'était un
she
thé.
would always have several cups every time she came to visit me. You were already a big girl by the time I finally had my
Tu étais
Nechka.
déjà grande quand j'ai eu une Neshka. Oula.
Oh, Auntie, let's go inside. Traveler, please help me get her into the house.
Ah, avec plaisir.
Oh, Paimon will help too. Be good, Yengu, and don't get in the way.
Bon. Bibou.
All right, let's get indoors. What?
Bébou, bébou.
Sorry, Nechka's illness has been flaring up recently, so I was up for a few nights.
Ça s'était pas estompé sa maladie grâce à ce qu'on avait fait, pardon.
I suddenly started to feel dizzy in the sun. I hope I didn't Have a seat. I'll fetch you a few cups of chocolatl. Please wait a moment.
Oh, I've already brought them over. This cup's for you, Auntie. And these are for you, too.
Chocolatl? What does it taste like? Paimon's heard that it can be pretty bitter. Traveler, could you give it a try first?
Ça veut nous empoisonner, hein.
Oh, don't worry. Auntie always adds a lot of sugar. It won't be bitter.
Ah, beaucoup de sucre. Alors, qu'est-ce que c'est, vous? Ah, ils sont contents.
The last time you came to visit, you were still just a kid. But now you're a pillar of the children of Echoes. No, of all Natlan even.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to the drinks I had here and the books I happened to read.
We heard that you two are from the same tribe. But Paimon had no idea you were so...
When I was little, my parents were always talking about how skilled Auntie was at forging ancient names and how she was a good role model for the rest
Ah, mais
of
celui-là,
us.
elle pouvait créer des antiques noms.
The moment I became idle at home, they would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn.
C'est beau.
Then I would have your parents go back, boil you a pot of chocolat,
Ah, c'est du thé, en
and
fait.
let you play in the house.
Une théière de chocolat.
Yeah, and then I would drink and listen to you banging away with your tools in the workshop. But eventually, she moved out of the tribe to find some more space, and I didn't have the chance to visit again after that.
But why did you seem so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen?
Because the layout of this place is identical to her old house. Let me see. Yeah, that should be Nechka's bed.
That's right. I remember you used to hunker down in the room to read and draw.
Hmm.
But you're all grown up now. Even if you wanted to live here, I'm afraid you've already outgrown.
Ouais, ils ont l'air d'une vraie famille.
That's
Hein.
how Nechka sees Xilonen too. Whenever she's feeling better, she always asks me when her pen pal sister will be coming to visit.
Well, yeah, I'm here now. And even brought a gift.
C'est un peu sa grande sœur.
I'll leave the book here.
You said Nechka asked you for the book?
I hope it wasn't too much trouble to get. Really, I'm surprised that she even asked you for a present. Maybe I've been too strict with her. She's obviously starting to like her
Non.
big sister more than her own mother.
Oh, really? Well, I'd say I really haven't done enough to deserve the title. Yeah, I wasn't able to help her when she was sick, and I didn't even come and visit her that many times. Well, the only thing I have been able—
Don't be too hard on yourself, Xilonen. You have great responsibilities as the name engraver of the tribe. We both know you were far too busy to take care of her. The responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up on my work.
You just had more important things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blames you. We all know that Nachka needs her mother's care.
Ah bah ça c'est sûr. De toute façon, comme on dit à chaque fois, hein, même si tout travail est important, la famille restera toujours la plus importante. Sauf certains cas, mais
But that doesn't change the fact that I gave up on my work. And even now, I still have not found the courage to pick up my hammer again. I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder all the responsibilities alone, Xilonen.
bon.
Oh.
Ooh, why so somber all of a sudden?
Hmm.
Don't be so sad, everyone. Hasn't Nachka gotten better lately?
Ah oui, ne soyez pas triste, hein, parce qu'elle a reconnu 5 points hier.
Relax, Auntie. I can handle
JPP,
this.
hein, JPP des
Once
larmes. Hein.
Nachka is back on her feet, you should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then, and I'll be sitting at the—
If that day really comes, you can have as much chocolatl as you like.
Comment est-ce qu'elle était tombée si malade?
If you asked me before, but now that she is gradually recovering, I've also gained some courage to face Nachka's illness actually originates from the abyss.
Ah,
That night, I was in the tribe, having a discussion over the forging. Before we could finish our discussion, the alarm started to ring outside. A horde of monsters from
mais
the
elle peut
abyss
donc réellement
suddenly
guérir de
attacked the
ça?
tribe, so everyone banded together to fight them off. I joined the fray as well, and it wasn't until the monsters were repelled that I got back home with some guards from the tribe.
Ah merde.
But Nachka was gone. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her. Maybe for 2 or 3 days. In the end, we found Nachka at the bottom of a short cliff. She was holding a dried up embercore flower in her hand, and there were traces of abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know. It was all my fault. Before the incident, Nachka had asked if I could forge an ancient name for her.
Oh.
Work was busy at the time, so I told her that if she could find an embercore flower, I would use it as material to forge her an— Oh, Nachka, my daughter, my Nachka. I was holding her in my arms, but I was the one who decided to move my workshop to the outskirts of our tribe for work. And I was the one— Oh, my daughter, my Nachka. Why do you have to suffer like this?
Whoa, hey! It's okay, right? Nachka's getting better.
Comment elle va mieux d'ailleurs? Parce que c'est la corruption de l'abîme en soi. Elle peut pas se purifier. Hein.
Straight to write letters now, doesn't she? Well, Xilonen has even brought her in.
Sorry. I just can't control myself whenever I remember that time. Phew. Alright. It's not every day that we get guests. I really shouldn't be crying like this. I asked someone to buy some ingredients for me. So, why don't you stay for dinner tonight? I'll make some shrimp bisque, grilled fish and mint sauce, and tower tacos.
Kolokos.
That sounds like a lot to make, and we don't want you to tire yourself out.
Thank you both. You three just need to make sure everything gets eaten up. I can't eat a lot at this age.
Oh, we haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry. We'll make sure there are no—
It just occurred to me that Xilonen likes to eat cheesy crab hot pot. Why don't I make that instead of the grilled fish and mint sauce? I remember you don't like picking out fish bones.
Both are fine with me. I've learned to
Ah,
just
les
shoot all the
arêtes
fish bones
dans
now.
le poisson, quel enfer.
Oh, come on.
Avec les arêtes, what?
If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like a cup of grain fruit or chocolate?
Ah, du chocolat, bien sûr.
How about a cup of green fruit mixed with chocolate?
Ah ouais, tiens, les deux.
Okay, got it. I'll go start cooking, but could you? I ordered a bunch of ingredients, and they should be here any minute now. Would you go check by the door and see if they? Come on, Xilonen. Stop lying around. You shouldn't nap.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, you know. You don't have to worry about my appetite.
That's beside the point. If you don't watch out for your health while you're still young, then when you get
All right. I'm getting up.
On va dormir debout.
We'll go check on the ingredients with Xilonen. It isn't.
that kid.
Là, j'aurais bien aimé quand même que Xilonen reste avec eux. Avec sa tante. Hop. Ah, j'ai les ingrédients et tout à récup aussi. Ok.
A messenger from the Scions of the Canopy wouldn't be flying here. They usually come climbing. No need to look. There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
Oula.
I just saw a ghost. Hey.
La
there.
pâle.
Sorry, but does Tlasoli live around here?
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
Ah, pas trop.
Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eating myself. Never mind that now. Those monsters.
Xilonen, we. Whoa, she's already got up to fight the monsters.
Ouah.
Let's go help her out.
Ah putain, c'est pas des petits monstres en plus. Ah, il est mort.
All right, that should be it for the monsters. Yeah, it was easier than I thought. Oh, it also seems we're in good luck.
Strange. We didn't see any monsters on the way here.
Yeah, right. I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters. I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Tepetlosaurs are in a frenzy. Tlasoli doesn't even forge ancient names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe?
Non mais laisse-la. Le pauvre, elle a littéralement une fille qui était à deux doigts de mourir. Quel
If she comes
égoïsme.
back, Nechka will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even... Nechka's playmates. No, wait, I feel like my kids have played with her before. Strange. I always remembered it before.
What? Ah, lui aussi il commence à des pertes de mémoire.
Look at that. He has a blaze gem inscription too.
Ah, c'est peut-être ça qui cause les pertes de mémoire.
You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back for you. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
Oh, sure. Paimon can take care of these grapefruit that's...
If you say so. Thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside.
That's so weird. Why is everyone we run into today...
Ah, mais les inscriptions flamboient jamais. Je pense que c'est ça le problème.
I'm not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about...
Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing Let's bring the ingredients back. Otherwise, we won't have anything to...
Du coup, elle doit également en avoir un. Notre cher Tlacotli. Tlacoli. Les rollers.
Ah, you're finally back. What took you so long? I was starting to worry.
Oh, yeah, we, ran into some.
Alright, as long as everything's okay now. You all have a seat. I'll get the food ready.
Lazuli, voilà, ce mec cuisiné.
Whoa, there's
Oh,
some
magnifique, hein.
tasty food! You're amazing, Tlasoli!
They were all pretty
Na
simple dishes
goûte.
to make. Don't be shy. Dig in, everyone.
Paimon can't reach that! Give Paimon some! Come on, come on!
Ooh, yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
Of course. Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have just one more fish and leave the rest for Nechka.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nechka can't eat these dishes anyway.
Elle mange quoi du coup?
Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things. I'll just make some
Ah, de la
broth for
soupe.
her.
Oh no. But Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness.
Injuries caused by the abyss cannot be undone. The doctor said the fact that she's stable is already quite a miracle. But it's okay. Nechka can talk to me now and can even hold my hand.
Déjà ça.
That's more than I could ask for.
C'est bizarre quand même qu'elle ait réussi à guérir de la corruption de l'abîme.
Even if she will never again know that I am her mother.
Même si elle ne saura plus jamais que je suis sa mère. Ah,
What do you mean?
The doctor said the abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nechka's soul.
ah merde.
She's lost all her memories from before she was injured. The doctor also said this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Donc littéralement son premier souvenir c'est l'agression par le monstre quoi. Oh putain. Et comment, du coup, comment elle se rappelle de Xilonen et qu'elle demandait le livre?
But how does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the masters of the Nightwind use
Oui.
to record things, right? Well, generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life. But the case of Nechka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes.
Mhm.
The books she loved to read, the flowers she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss, and can never be retrieved again. As one example of that, Nechka now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother. She's a good kid, and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me Mom. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Why is she stuck here in this
Oh, ça doit être tellement
Is she
triste.
abandoned? Nechka really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her, and has never left.
So you plan on recreating Nechka's woven scroll all by yourself?
Hmm.
What do you mean?
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago?
Ah.
The delivery guys. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him.
Huh?
Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap, after all.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when Blaze Gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing Blaze Gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you? Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, this inscription contains a phlogiston engraving with a truly overkill level of complexity. The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this Blaze Gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name.
Et pourquoi du coup il y a des trous de mémoire?
And yet, you've never told told anyone about these engravings and the blaze gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, Xilonen.
Hmm.
That's right. I have a way to cure Nechka and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nechka that contains all of her past memories.
Ouais, bah oui, ils doivent être approuvés par la Wayab.
And the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines.
Hmm.
Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Wyab's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your blaze gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. You will use the inscriptions to form a massive memory bank for Nechka. And the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
Mon Dieu.
A memory bank? Wait, so the reason all those people were having trouble remembering stuff is because the blaze gem inscriptions took away any memories related to Nechka?
Même si Nechka a oublié son propre passé, d'autres personnes en ont été témoins.
Using other people's memories of Nechka to reconstruct her past? This is the
Ouais, c'est du
first time
génie,
I've
hein.
heard of such an idea.
Bizarre comme méthode, mais du génie. Après, je trouve que c'est pas des trous de mémoire définitifs et juste pour se rappeler de Nechka. Est-ce que c'est réellement un problème?
You've seen through my plans, Xilonen. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nechka and allow her to regain her past again.
But wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the blaze gem?
Not at all. Every time a blaze gem inscription extracts memories, the process is under my precise control. This is the central inscription that controls all the other blaze gem inscriptions, which will
Mhm.
also soon serve as Nechka's ancient name.
You made all of this yourself, Tlusoli?
Yes, it was lots and lots of work. It was truly exhausting. Or perhaps
Ah non, c'est monumental comme travail, hein. Parce que déjà, en plus, il faut y penser.
you saw it yourself. I nearly fainted just from being in the sun.
Hop.
I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments. But Nechka's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nechka up to this central inscription.
I thought you just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nechka back, otherwise, Nechka won't have.
Qu'est-ce que
any
c'est que le
chance to
prix?
see
C'est
me
la mort,
back
c'est
once
ça?
I'm dead and gone. She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nechka. When that time comes, she will be left to drift around the world all alone, unknowing of where she came from, or where she is my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nechka name. Whether it be as her mother, or as a name engraver, I can't simply stand by and let her name disappear.
Xilonen?
I'll take the central inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses, and I won't make any promises until I've checked everything. Say goodnight to Nechka for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait.
Hmm.
I've also finished the inscriptions for the traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you. I'm sorry it took me so long to finish them.
Hold on, Auntie. The traveler and Paimon have never met Nechka before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please.
Oula, elle est tombée ou quoi?
What was that noise?
Nechka must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, Nechka! Don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you—
You go ahead and take care of Nechka, Auntie. Let's go, traveler in Paimon. There are a few things I want to tell you.
Je sais pas si on l'a déjà vu, Nechka. Faut-il attendre? Ah, pardon. Où est la quête? Elle bug la quête? Oh, attends, c'est quoi déjà? F5, F6, J. C'est J. T'as récupéré. Attends, ça fait longtemps qu'on n'a pas eu ça. Trésor des pucerons. C'est quoi ça? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? La goutte en fait. Hop. Ah, par contre, ça consomme tellement vite le phlogistique. Ah. Oh, pardon. Eh, Xilonen, je ne m'attendais pas à vous voir ici. Bonjour. Est-ce que c'est vraiment si bizarre de me trouver chez moi? Non, mais je pensais que vous auriez déjà trouvé un bel arbre pour dormir quelques jours puisque nous venons de résoudre un aussi gros problème. J'adorerais, mais tout le monde est occupé avec la reconstruction. Ce ne serait pas bien de se relâcher dans un moment comme celui-ci. Donc ici que vous avez décidé de contribuer? Oui, laissez-moi vous montrer quelque chose. Toujours, il s'agit de perles de miel phlogistique aux motifs particuliers qui sont récemment apparues sur le marché. Elles sont généralement produites par des pucerons phlogistiques. C'est très commun, vraiment. Mais ces modèles aux motifs étranges sont à la fois nouveaux et rares, ce qui les rend assez chers. Comme les coffres au trésor et de jolis motifs. J'en ai donc acheté quelques-unes pour ma collection et devinez quoi, au bout de quelques jours, la plante en pot que je cultivais à proximité était fanée. Je n'y ai pas prêté beaucoup d'attention au début, de toute façon je n'ai pas vraiment la main verte, mais plus tard j'ai entendu Kachina dire que certaines personnes étaient tombées malades. La plupart d'entre eux étaient des clients de la géométrie de Cheven. Cette dernière n'y a d'ailleurs pas échappé. Est-ce que tout ça aurait un lien avec ces gemmes alors? C'est ce que je pensais aussi, alors j'en ai brisé une. J'ai découvert qu'elle contenait du pouvoir de l'abîme, what the fuck. En très faible concentration, bien sûr. Ils étaient isolés par l'enveloppe extérieure de la perle de miel elle-même, ce qui le rendait presque indétectable. Il n'y a pas d'inquiétude à avoir, la faible concentration entraînait des complications relativement bénignes, principalement de la somnolence ou de l'épuisement. Ça n'a par contre eu aucun effet sur les personnes plus enfants comme Kachina ou moi. Et moi qui pensais que ça pourrait devenir une affaire collante. Collante comme une perle de miel? Paimon pensait plutôt à collant comme à blob. Et heureusement pour nous, ce problème ne représente aucune menace que pour les gens ordinaires, tout comme les blobs. Blob. Vous vous entendez vraiment bien tous les deux? Parfaitement, mais on a quand même rencontré beaucoup de gens effrayés par les blobs. Et on peut simplement les ignorer parce que ce n'est pas dangereux pour nous. J'ai déjà expliqué la situation à notre chef, je lui ai demandé de récupérer et de détruire tous les étranges perles de miel présentes sur le marché. Mais il faut encore s'attaquer à la source du problème. Je suis bien d'accord. Comme je l'ai dit, les perles de miel phlogistique sont produites par des pucerons phlogistiques. Ils sont certainement à l'origine du problème. Je demandais l'aide de Kinich, car il est plus doué que moi pour enquêter. Hier, il a fait savoir qu'il avait trouvé des pucerons contaminés par l'abîme. On trouve également des traces de leur présence près des êtres des canopées et du peuple des sources. Et Kinich en a déjà informé Moalani. Mais son peuple ne s'intéresse pas vraiment aux pierres précieuses. Et ça n'a donc pas eu beaucoup d'impact là-bas. Mhm. Comment comptez-vous gérer les pucerons? Commençons par les attraper. Ce niveau de contamination abyssale peut encore être traité. Nous ne devrions pas avoir besoin de nuire aux pucerons. Kinich a délimité des endroits où ils se rassemblent et je vais me rendre dans un endroit proche de notre tribu. Voudriez-vous m'accompagner, partir à la capture de pucerons pour être amusant, vous ne trouvez pas? J'aimerais bien inviter Kachina, mais malheureusement elle est déjà occupée. C'est mardi. Oh, c'est mardi.
Let's head back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from my workshop.
Oula.
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're... Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. Well, I suppose it was my fault. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive
What the
golden
fuck?
scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked up. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came.
Oh no!
Oh la vache.
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see.
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all, but it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside from the necessary craftsmanship, I also need to consult many... You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as
Ancien.
when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape.
Juste un message.
But more importantly, I'm also trying to understand this. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories, and this way I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit.
C'est vrai.
And this is the only way for the spirit to become an
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details...
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to... It's just
Heureusement.
a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't have those kinds of physically tangible effects. Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you, and that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift.
Et qui lui a donné la bénédiction à Paimon, hein? Putain, mais ça veut dire que Paimon, c'est quoi? C'est l'ombre, c'est l'une des ombres de Faunus? FF. Je sais pas.
It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future.
Ça ressemble tellement à ce qu'on a vu.
Names
Secours.
are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put it another way, It's like having a lamp in your hand as you walk through the darkness of night.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone. The traveler always has Paimon by his side, though, so he'll never have to worry about that.
Hmm.
Oh,
Alors t'auras côté sauf en 5.2.
I could be in your shoes, traveler.
Et à t'as le seum.
Flying, of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
Essaye de ne pas dormir sur mon dos la prochaine fois. Et
Anyway,
paf.
this is what Clisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. Ugh, you know, I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Oh, wow. Oula. Finalement, Xilonen sort avec une boîte dans les bras avant de se retourner pour fermer la porte d'un coup de pied, douvrant le bruit des chutes de livres poussiéreux au sol.
Did you hear a whole section of something collapse in there?
C'est un gros truc qui vient de tomber là, non?
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I, kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long.
Des Xilonen démantelés.
Disassembling the central inscription? It's not
Ah.
gonna be easy.
Attendez, je reviens vite fait. C'est la pause, la pause toilette. Dans 5-10 minutes. Des bisous.
My potted plant on the porch has died again. I was watering it every day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time. Okay. Okay.
Putain,
Bring it.
elle est grosse, hein. Eh bien, grosse l'abeille. Il a découvert qu'il existe une baie spéciale qui pousse toujours à proximité des zones où se trouvent les pucerons abyssaux. Ah, je me dis si ça se passe après les événements de le 5 points, c'est pas quelqu'un, mais c'est juste l'effet de zone. Ce cadeau d'obtient deux captures. Ok. Oui, bah ça prend, on va prendre dans le temps.
I got him cornered.
Ah, il est parti où? Il s'est enfui. Reviens là. Bam. EZ. Ah, oui. Je pense qu'il va avoir plusieurs captures à faire. Hmm. Ok. Ah, du coup, on peut le refaire, marrant. Il y a un événement. Amora. Ça. Oh, Charlie. Sac. Ah oui, il y a un événement. Tenir. Ok. J'ai 700. On va peut-être essayer d'avoir l'arme de Xilonen. Ça va être cool. Attends, on a encore interféré une quête. Allez. Quelle heure? 21h40.
Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we gonna climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, We always use this to draw up only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing. I really don't want to engrave such a large diagram with my bare hands.
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without
Hmm.
ruining
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart but since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nechka.
So, Xilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
Ça, c'est une question redoutable, ça. 80% de chance que ça fasse partie des 20% de chance.
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable.
Les valeurs ont une valeur.
Only
Non, dis donc, ont
valuable
une valeur
names can
intrinsèque.
things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities.
Okay.
Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean?
Elle est pas perfectionniste, mais minutieuse.
Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into. After all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated
Normal.
process. Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Natlan's history. Giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation. If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway.
Ah, merci. Merci Squatouké pour le follow.
So the
Et oui, je le
best I can
ferai.
do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nicknames possible.
Mes hommages. Le mieux que je puisse faire est de rassembler le plus d'informations possible pour ce faire.
Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Les surnoms, c'est ta spécialité, Paimon, voilà.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Xilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
Phew. Now I'm curious.
Oh.
Why don't you come up with one for...
Are you serious?
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
Oh là là.
A nickname? Xilonen.
Bon courage.
She uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others.
C'est nul.
Yeah, not bad, and quite fitting too.
Forgeronne, c'est son métier, ça.
But you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname. Right, okay, time to make like a smith and start smithing. Watch closely.
Oula. Connecter les coins. Ah, il faut faire ça.
Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. The error margin is
Tellement satisfaisante.
but I'll extend the inscription link a little more. I'll leave some space here, and when the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. And there, that should complete
Faites le
the flow.
drame.
Amazing, Xilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe. It's just the phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes.
Des rollers.
But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. Huh. I should prepare a spare supply. More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment on hand.
Pour la goutte.
I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with anchor 1 and activate it with density 3 phlogiston.
Le flashback.
Whoa!
Oh,
Super huge diagram!
c'est un graffiti.
Flasoli's central inscription is even floating!
Après un certain temps, les frappes de phlogistique cessent et l'inscription centrale revient dans les mains de Xilonen.
So are you done checking the inscription, Xilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
That means we can help Flasoli and Meechkin.
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm
Mais
also
pas
just going to go ahead and share both.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue to exist. But, you know, before we get to that, I want to ask the tribe, what are your thoughts on absorbing memories?
Que pensez-vous de l'absorption des souvenirs? Qu'est-ce qu'on peut en penser honnêtement? La première fois quand je l'ai dit en stream, bon, c'était il y a quelques minutes, hein, j'avais trouvé ça ok si ça n'avait pas d'effet négatif. Mais est-ce qu'il n'y a pas d'autres moyens? Ouais, je dis... C'est nécessaire, oui, c'est nécessaire pour sauver Neshka, c'est sûr, mais... Personnellement, je suis pas convaincu.
I knew you felt the same way, and that'll save me some initial explanation. I've never been very good at that anyway. It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more than absorb memories related to a single person. By herself, Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she has accomplices, it is completely possible for her to use this inscription to accomplish far bigger things.
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's
What?
committing a crime!
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this blaze gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices or signs that she intends to put it to such uses. From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this blaze gem inscription that cannot be ignored. I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the help of the Wyab, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines. In this process, the Wyab actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines. If you remove the Wyab from the process and don't use any tools, then trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river.
Ok.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long.
Ce serait pas plus facile de parler directement à une Wyab?
Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and there's no way Auntie would let Nechka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. she'd only be overwhelmed by. And considering that Nechka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately. Only Aunt Tlisoli can help her filter the correct memories of her. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is
Ah,
actually planning on turning
ah
herself
ouais, non
into
mais ça
Nechka's
va loin, hein.
web to help her extract the corresponding memory. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine, as long as every
Ah, donc
extracted
une
memory
personne
is
normale
correct.
peut devenir la
Nechka
Wayop
would
d'une autre.
essentially be getting her past back. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nechka. But Auntie is not a Wayab. Her
Ouais,
body
voilà.
won't be able to handle the load for long.
How can we solve this problem? No matter how we try,
C'est donc ça le truc à payer le prix, hein.
Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see.
Il y a aucun moyen. Je parlais à une Wayop, ce serait plus facile, non? Après, je comprends, t'as le côté où ces souvenirs ne viennent pas directement d'une ligne énergétique réelle. Ah, elle peut aussi. Ah ouais. Nana. D'ailleurs, j'ai enfin ma réponse. Si en fait, le simple fait qu'on n'ait pas entendu la voix de Kachina et de Kinich lors de l'acte 1, c'est littéralement parce qu'en fait les voix anglaises de Kinich et de Kachina sont strike. Donc en gros, c'est pas pour littéralement ban les gens, quoi. Ce qui est con, mais. Enfin, ce qui est con, hein, pas pour. Pas qu'ils aient fait ça, mais que les voix sont soit strike. Et ça, je vais dire, je sais pas si pour la 5.0, il faudra que je change
Xilonen, it looks
tout.
like you've made your decision. Am I right?
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control over all the inscriptions and the ability to oversee their uses.
Ok.
The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nechka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal act and halt all work related to the central inscription.
Hmm.
After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately. Only functionalities for outputting memories will be kept.
I accept. Thank you, Xilonen. I really...
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this. If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around the bush like...
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Hop.
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nechka.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan.
Est-ce qu'elle va lui parler de ce côté
I
Wayob?
need some time to consider how to let Nechka control the Blaze Gem inscription on her own and extract the memories from her past. Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nechka?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked out a box and packaged it up. Wait till her birthday and then bring it to her. It'll
Elle a
be a nice
raison.
surprise.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
Après, ça devient de toi. Aïe aïe aïe.
Oh, is Nechka up again? But what was all that noise? Uh-oh. What if something fell on her?
Nechka, don't hurt yourself.
Xilonen, is that you?
Ah, c'est la première fois qu'on la voit.
You're Nechka?
Oula, on voit pas ses yeux.
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
Hello, Nechka.
Oh.
Thank you for the book.
Ah, c'est bon.
I've already read it several times.
Merci pour le livre, je l'ai déjà lu plusieurs
You've
fois.
already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that Xilonen brought?
What?
No, she's all mixed up. The one she read isn't from Xilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I know nothing about these kinds of books, so I had no choice. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got back. Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever. I was so busy taking care of her that I forgot about the book.
Auntie, do you know which version of
Ah
the
merde, sûr qu'elle a acheté le truc récent.
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the story. Apparently, that's the only one you can find on the market now. Ugh. It's all my fault. You wasted your money, and now it will.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nechka enjoys it.
Oh, right. Nechka probably doesn't know us. You're Paimon and Mr. Traveler.
Oh,
Mom told me about you.
elle nous connaît.
Oh, seems like everyone knows who we are.
Yeah, Nechka seems to be doing pretty well today. Since she's been stuck indoors for the last few days, why don't...
Take her for a walk. But considering her.
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We
Sick.
won't leave the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately. Besides, it's her birthday in a few days, and we need to go to the tribe to buy some things. What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom.
Ça doit faire longtemps qu'elle n'est pas sortie
Didn't you
réellement
say
de
before
la
that I
maison
need
du
more
coup.
fresh air?
All right. As you wish. I also happen to have a few repaired blaze gem inscriptions that I need to get back to the tribe. We can go to. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nechka's water bottle and some towels.
Talk about being prepared.
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go. Please be good now, Nechka.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nechka. Feel free to tell us anything. And
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Everything will be fine.
Si on ne fait pas de bêtises en étant enfant, on n'aura plus l'occasion d'en faire plus tard.
Okay, thanks everyone.
C'est bien parlé.
Please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good.
Let's go look for it now. I've had her blaze gem inscription.
Rendez
for a
l'inscription
while now,
flamboie
and
grene.
I'll finally return it to
On
her.
va jamais à Icknal. Ah mince, fallait que j'aille là-haut. La la la. Qu'est-ce qu'il veut lui? La bouffe. Secours. Ok. Ah.
Is this really necessary?
All right.
Odell. J-Pep. Ah c'est bon. You.
Okay.
Tosoli, what brings you to the tribe today? Oh, and Nichka too. Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about. I'm sure it will.
I hope so. Here, Ignal.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. Oh, by the way, I came across a piece of good quality ore a while ago. I was thinking
gentillesse.
of using it to make some. I remember that Nichka would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring. Right, Nichka?
I'm sure she'd love that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll bring the ore.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her. What kind would you...
I would like something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice. She was always asking me before to make her.
Bah, ne réponds pas à sa place.
Mm-hmm, noted. I'll make that as a gift for her. No, sorry, Nichka. It won't be a surprise for you.
That's okay. Thank you, Xilonen.
Found it! Sorry to keep you waiting. By the way, Nichka, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about ore. Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me out of the blue asking for a
Ah oui, putain.
volcanic crystal.
Ça doit être à cause du livre, ça, je pense.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started to recover. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters.
That's how you know she's one of the children of echoes.
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the new version of To Kill the Brave. According to the story, we should be right around... To Kill prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood. The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your brother is no longer your kin. Then To Kill said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my Oh, you remembered that whole line, Nichka? Paimon remembers that's exactly what the book... Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is nearly the same, so it's easy to get mixed up.
C'est vrai. Du coup, on n'a pas lu la deuxième, parce que c'est la vie. Et on a lu l'original.
Even the older version is more interesting.
Oui.
Even if it's hard for kids to, well, completely... Oh, wait! Nichka hasn't read the other ending. It's okay, just wait a bit and Paimon will...
Elle s'en fiche.
That's not true.
Ah merde.
Actually, I already know the other ending. You already know the other ending? But didn't you only read...
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Huh?
Hmm?
Mom, Mr. Traveler and I were just talking about the ending of that book. We were just talking about how the bad guy was defeated and everyone...
Que le méchant s'était fait battre et que tout le monde est rentré à la maison sain et sauf une fin heureuse.
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, then what will Mom have to read to you at bedtime? Guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight. But I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
Je pense qu'elle préfère l'autre fin. Yep.
It's pretty good quality. I'll be able to give Nichka a beautiful and durable piece of jewelry for her next birthday.
Oh, let's go.
But, you know, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday. Where are we headed to next, Auntie?
Next, let's visit Apishpalan. He should be close by.
Ich pick.
Stay close, Nichka. Don't go too far.
Yes, Mom.
Oui, Mom. Je pense que là, pour la petite, ça a l'air un peu de l'agacer, hein, quand même de toujours avoir sa mère qui la restreint de tout et n'importe quoi. Même si ça peut être compréhensible en vue de sa maladie, enfin de sa santé. Apoxpalan.
I didn't expect to have two name engravers coming in today. Welcome. What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli? I'll give you a discount like usual.
Oula.
Whoa, offering a discount just like that? Tlasoli sure has connections.
She was once our name engraver and did a lot for the tribe. It's only fair that I offer her a discount.
Thank you for your generosity. I've finished repairing your Blasium inscription. Here, come on, Nechka. Say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so this is Nechka.
Ah, il est jamais, il est jamais sorti. Hein.
It looks like you're doing much better now. How about this? Go ahead and pick anything you'd like from the store. Think of it as a gift from me.
Et choisis, hein, ça doit pas être ta maman. Hein.
No, that's all right. Mom told me that you've already
Ah.
given a lot to our family.
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie.
Mais non.
Go ahead and pick some. His drills and small clamps are good quality. The measurements of each part are exact, and they're always very durable. I always come here to buy things if I find myself in a pinch. Oh, do you have any child-friendly safety scissors? I remember seeing a few different styles.
I have a few in stock, but I put them in the back.
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go in the back and choose there?
I don't know much about that kind of scissors. Why don't you just go yourself and...
Well, there are too many different designs and varieties of kid scissors. Come on, Auntie. It'll only take a moment.
And there goes Xilonen dragging Tlasoli off to buy more stuff. Ooh, I won't run off. Paimon, who's your
Ah.
favorite character in To Kill the Brave?
Bah, techniquement, c'était Kill, mais vu qu'il était quand même très héroïque. Mais Rima, qui est quand même bien intéressant.
Paimon's favorite? To Kill, of course. He went through a lot to rescue his family.
Ça peut être Rimac aussi, je
In
pense.
the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could. What about you, Nechka? Which character do you like? I like Remark.
Ah.
Oh, the one who was possessed by Quatlique, but never forgot his brother to kill.
Je pense que c'est pour ça que j'aime bien. Même le côté héroïque de Tekil, moi je préfère plus Rimac pour son côté où il a jamais oublié son frère, malgré la position de la méchante. Et oui. C'est pas pour rien que je kiffe énormément l'histoire de Genshin.
Hey, Nechka, why don't we play pretend? You can be Remark, and Paimon will be Tequila, okay?
Tout ce que tu veux, c'est déclamer tes répliques cool. Pourquoi il regarde toujours sa maman?
Traveler, can I
Oh.
play the role of Quatlique? But isn't she the villain? In the old version, she even ate Remark and took on his appearance. Ah, right. She read the version with a happy ending. And that one, Quatlique was defeated and the brothers both survived. Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different. You can go on ahead and say your favorite lines, Nechka. Paimon's read both versions, so she'll be... My favorite line is the one from the end. It's...
Come here, Nechka.
Oh.
Look at you. You're sweating.
Mom!
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water. This child. You forget everything as soon as you start playing.
Je pense qu'elle est trop protectrice, voilà, c'est ça le mot.
We've picked something up for Nechka. A Paishpalan will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up. How was Nechka?
Oh, we were just about to get to the exciting part. Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Xilonen has dragged Tlasoli away.
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for now. Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today, and we shouldn't let nature...
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home.
Et pourquoi elle voudrait jouer à la méchante? Et après tout, elle meurt à la fin.
I finished repairing your blaze gem inscription, Chevin.
Stylé ça.
I've also reinforced it so it shouldn't fall apart so easily now.
Thank you. How about the volcanic crystal? Was it usable?
Yes, thanks for that.
You're welcome. I just want to see Nechka get better.
Thank you, Miss Chevin.
It's fine. Honestly, you're both.
I was wondering where you
Oh,
got
c'est
the
une
urge
magnifique
for such a
éducation.
large-scale blaze gem inscription.
La politesse.
So you must be one of Auntie's accomplices then.
What?
Oh, Xilonen.
Je me demandais où vous aviez trouvé le minerai pour une inscription flamboie gemée de cette taille.
We already know what's going on.
You had me worried there. I thought we'd been found out. We'd be in real trouble if Pakal ever got wind of it. To be honest, I won't be able to cover it up for much longer. I've been traveling away from home every few days, and the last time Pakal came and asked me about it, I could only say that I'd been using up a lot of order research. As for why I had been leaving so often, I said that I'd found a new ore vein and wanted to extract. Sorry. I've been talking my head off. Please.
Sure, we can sit for a moment, but
Miss Chevin, can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work?
Ce
Sure, go ahead.
mix.
Remember to.
Paimon wants to go too! We'll go together. Paimon hasn't looked at Natlan's jewelry very close. Really?
Hmm.
Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at what they have.
You haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Come on, Nechka! We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry. Mr. Traveler,
come here, Nechka.
Et arrête d'être protectrice, merde.
Huh?
Sorry, Chevin and Xilonen, but it's already getting late. We should be heading back now. It'll be Nechka's birthday in a few days, and there's still a lot for us to do before then.
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful.
Mom,
Ouais, c'est quoi ces yeux?
You're getting hot again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going.
C'est bizarre quand même, hein. En fait, elle est trop protectrice. Elle gère totalement sa vie, ses décisions. Et quand elle essaie de dire quelque chose, elle le fait comme si elle a un regard noir. Elle a un secret ou quoi?
You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing. Let's go back and we'll have a talk.
I didn't.
Nechka, I never taught you to lie.
Et en plus de ça, elle est stricte. Ah bah putain, protectrice et stricte.
Sorry, Mom. Nechka's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right. What should we do?
No, Nechka was having so much fun today that she forgot the time. It's not a big deal. Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also have to recover if you carried her the whole way.
No, it's fine. I'll carry her. Let's go, Nechka. It's time to go home.
Refuse votre aide et part à la tribu, j'ai pas eu le temps. Ouais, je pense qu'elle veut juste être la méchante, la coatle quelque chose là. Tout simplement parce qu'elle a... Soit parce que c'est ce côté liberté malgré la méchanceté, ou soit parce que ça le fait rappeler sa maman. Pas sa maman, cette personne.
Thank you, everyone, for spending so much time with us today.
Voilà, si triste.
Please be sure to come to Nechka's birthday party. Alright, it's nearly bedtime for Nechka, so let's part our ways here.
Oh, Auntie, remember to give her the book, that copy of To Kill the Brave I brought. I went to a lot of trouble to find it.
I understand. Really, do you think I'd let your efforts go to... It's very special to receive a book from you. I'm sure she'll put it somewhere safe. Right, Nechka?
Yeah. Thanks, Xilonen.
Oh, put it somewhere? Isn't she going to read it?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already. She's even memorized nearly every
C'est
line.
pas la même version.
Oh, that won't be a problem, Auntie. Nechka's probably never heard this version of To Kill the Brave.
Oh, what's different about this version?
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different from the one that you bought her. The one I gave her is the unedited version that was originally published. It was released long before Nechka fell ill.
Ah, ça peut être intéressant.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales, Xilonen.
Mais c'est quoi ce regard malicieux, genre?
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that if what you said about Nechka's illness is true, she shouldn't be able to... So, the ending to the original version of To Kill the Brave is also part of the past. In other
Ah
words,
bah oui.
if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she shouldn't possibly know the ending, right?
Ouf.
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending of this book? Even if she does remember the ending, what does that prove?
Ça serait faux en fait.
Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching and read the first edition of the story.
Yeah, okay, that is a possibility. After all, she does remember things that have happened recently. In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe and see if anyone remembers Nechka reading the book. There are only a few shops in the
Ah, j'ai
tribe
pas pris
that
de
sell
photo.
books, or we can just ask Nechka where she'd read it.
The booksellers all have inscriptions, so there's a chance that their memories...
So, you admit that the inscriptions can affect the tribe's current memories?
Ouais, en fin de compte, les flambois gemés, ça crée des souvenirs, enfin, ou ça les alterne en quelque sorte.
I was
Comme
very
en fait, c'est
clear
comme
that
si
I
c'était
was used to
Caribert.
the crime and would stop all work on it.
There must be a few more books at home.
I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit.
I beg your pardon?
Nechka, where did you read that book? Answer me.
Go home, Nechka. Are you disobeying me?
Quelle
You're the
raclure.
one who wrote me the letter, Nechka. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nechka. Right?
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
Silence.
Quelle raclure.
That's the line from the old ending. Nechka remembers it.
C'est-à-dire que quoi, elle a toujours les souvenirs? Et c'est sa mère qui l'empoisonne?
I know everything. Xilonen, help me, please. Something's blocking the door.
Get back!
C'est horrible. Ouais, donc en fait, c'est vraiment une personne malicieuse, quoi. Et donc, ça veut dire qu'elle empoisonne son enfant. Et pourquoi? Juste pour avoir de l'attention?
The tunnel is blocked. We can't go in. There might also be traps.
Whoa. What are all those things on Nechka's walls?
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here.
C'est vrai que Tante Lazolier a mis toutes les inscriptions supplémentaires ici.
If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could go. Come on.
Il n'y a qu'un endroit possible. Ah bah c'était le chemin qui était interdit avant. L'atelier de Tlazoli. Bah c'est le truc qu'on avait vu dans le trailer. Ok. Hop.
What is this place?
Auntie's workshop. It was supposedly closed after she stepped down from her position in the tribe. But it appears that we've all been deceived.
Il est super grand son atelier.
Why are there people up there?
Alright, let's finish this shady business. You have to hire shady people to help you. Let's go, don't hesitate.
Ah là, il n'y a aucune hésitation à avoir, va falloir clairement la punir. Hein. Et la mettre en prison. 4.
Bring it.
Ta-da.
Okay.
Il faut aller là-haut. Comment elle a pu aller tout là-haut d'ailleurs? Ah oui, c'est vrai que c'est une enfant des échos aussi, donc elle a peut-être la même possibilité de monter aussi facilement. Je gagne quand même tellement de dégâts grâce à Xilonen. Ok, il faut aller là-haut. Oh la triche, hein, Kinich. Hop. Ah, on n'a pas le droit. Ah oui, là. Ça fait pas vu.
Okay.
Ah non.
Let's finish this. That was quick.
Alors, Xilonen. De mon huc.
The transport system seems to still be functioning. Let's go look for the controls and get this cart running again. Maybe it can take us further inside.
Mais on peut y aller. Non, parce qu'il faut l'ouvrir.
All right, let's keep going.
Allez. Ah. Oh, pas grave. Let's go. Non, j'ai vraiment hâte de recommencer Genshin. Non, cette fois-ci en free to play bien sûr. Vas-y. Activez le levier dès que le chariot entre dans le dépôt de transfert.
10 points for agility.
Hein? Oh, c'est magnifique. Ah, mais c'est ce qu'on avait vu. Attendez, on va prendre Xilonen.
You got here quick. Impressive.
Nechka's up there! What are you planning to do to
Si,
her?
what the fuck.
I never lied to you. All this time, I've only been trying to save my daughter.
Et pourtant, elle se rappelle.
Even though she's not my daughter yet. But once everything is over, she will really become my Nechka.
What is she saying? Is she
Hein?
not Nechka?
So you figured it out. I want to use memories to awaken my Nechka.
What the fuck.
She has stayed in the Night Kingdom for far too long. She's afraid of the dark and cold.
Ah, elle est morte en fait.
I'm the one who made her stay there alone, so I must bring her back. Don't worry, Nechka.
Attends, d'une
Mom
folle.
hasn't forgotten anything. She has always remembered your name.
I'm afraid so.
Then, who's that girl lying up there?
She's a child from my tribe. Her parents were killed in the same abyss attack. But
What
wouldn't
the
you know,
fuck.
her birthday is the same as that of my Nechka.
Je vais quand même prendre une photo juste pour me rappeler.
I raised her and took care of her for many years. I thought that taking her in would help me feel better.
C'est-à-dire que depuis tout ce temps, elle a littéralement gardé les souvenirs, mais elle l'a juste emprisonné.
I was so happy the first time she was willing to call me mom. But then, I suddenly felt very scared. Is she really my child? My child's name is Nechka. It could only be Nechka. How could I be happy?
C'est tellement insane.
My little
Elle est
Nechka is still
possédée. Hein.
waiting for me to get her home. As I said, I only want to bring Nechka back, even if it. And now, the time has come for me to pay.
What the fuck.
As for my useless ancient name,
Demande.
it's finally time to put it to good use. If you're not willing to help me, then you can become the fuel for Nechka's ancient name.
Putain, la Wayab, elle a quand même choisi alors que littéralement,
Xilonen,
c'est une
you
folle.
have yet to make a move. I take it you're examining the inscriptions around you. It's no use. I've already set up the blaze gem inscriptions, and the engraving diagram has already begun to. It's all thanks to your ideas. Now, the central inscription will finally. After Nechka returns, I'll make sure to invite you to her birthday party.
You're not gonna go up there, are you?
There's a flaw in this engraving diagram. The weak point is almost about to activate.
What?
So on my mark.
Don't worry, Nechka. Don't worry.
Oh, c'est tellement horrible. Ça, quand même, le deuil, c'est tellement quelque chose d'horrible. Hein. Où parfois, dans une seule pièce, une facette entre merde. Entre l'acceptation de la mort et littéralement ne pas accepter qu'elle ne puisse jamais revenir. Il n'y a qu'un pas, comment dire.
3,
Mom will always be with you. I'll never.
2.
Et faire ça à une jeune enfant innocente. Horrible.
Wake up, Nechka. Now. Please.
1.
It's alright. It's alright. You'll see Mommy soon. Nechka.
Eh ben. C'est peut-être trop tard du coup.
Keep back. Those are distorted thoughts. And the mists are the thoughts' twisted cries. If you become tainted by them, they will control you, and you'll never be free again.
Where are you? I don't want medicine. It hurts. It hurts. Why am I alone? Nichka, why? No more medicine. Will you stay with me forever? Please never leave me again.
Tlasoli, you're the one who twisted Nechka's name into a shackling prison. It's time for you to hear her true voice. Stone engraved and echoing peaks converge, disperse, in ashes be reborn. Her
Ah oui,
flames
putain.
born anew, and the blazing dawn.
Mommy will be with you. Nechka. Always. And forever.
Mommy, I've always been with you. And now you're finally listening to me.
Oh.
The old births the new, as flowers shield the roots, so life ever cycles until we return to the loam. We've known each other a while, but we've never met. You're Nechka? Yes, but I still don't know your name. My name's Nepeka.
Les Peik, hein.
It really suits you.
Joli nom, il est vrai.
Nepeka.
Ah, ça rappelle Naïda.
And wish that every day of your future will be filled with peace and happiness.
Oh. Je sais pas elle va aller en prison. Hein.
I saw Nechka and was speaking with her, but now, where did she go? Nechka? Nechka? Where are you? Answer, Mummy. Please. Please, Xilonen. You saw her too, didn't you? You saw my little Nechka. I felt her hands and hugged her. I was right. I was right. Those gray shadows were just a minor mistake. I just need to restart the ritual again. Alright, I'll start it again and Nechka will...
Elle a même pas compris la leçon.
Have you still not come to your senses, Auntie?
What senses? I was not wrong. Nothing about what happened was wrong. She's just a little upset and was trying to ignore me. That child sure knows how to throw a tantrum. But I understand.
Enough, Tlasoli! The person you summoned with the blaze gem inscription wasn't the real Nechka at all. You collected memories of Nechka from countless people, but you forgot one thing. Among what you gathered were not only real memories, but also countless emotions. Didn't you realize what kind of emotions people would feel upon seeing Nechka's condition? When people held a dying child's hand, when they felt her faint breath and saw the helplessness in her eyes, when they sensed her body growing colder and cold, what could they feel but abject pain and sorrow?
Tu m'étonnes.
I took those emotions.
You absorbed those emotions into the blaze gem inscriptions and solidified them as a piece of her past.
Et Bang est extrêmement bien quand même le voice acting là.
Those gray figures were projections of that past. They could only reproduce the appearance of Nechka in her sickly state. What the real Nechka wished to say was drowned out by those twisted and painful thoughts.
I didn't want things to turn out like this. All I wanted was to remember Nechka, to see her again.
Nechka has always been with you, Auntie. Everything has long been recorded on your ancient name. The one you said was useless. You exhausted every option and sacrificed everything in the hopes of saving your daughter. That is undeniable.
Undeniable.
But have you forgotten the true meaning of your own ancient name?
My ancient name is Undugu.
The immovable love between you and Nechka has already been recorded in your ancient name, but you chose to ignore that. Names are blessings from the past to the future. You told me that, Auntie. You gave Nechka her name, her first blessing. But now, you've turned her name into a prison by taking an innocent child captive, and you've imprisoned yourself.
Nechka is everything to me. Without her, I can't see any And as for blessings, what blessings have I had since the day she passed? I see her in my dreams every day, grasping my hand, but I can't say anything. I can't grasp her hand. All I can do is shout her name over and over again until every day.
Oh.
Every single day, I've hated myself, and ancient names too. Who knows?
You think Nechka would have come to hate you? Auntie, do you still remember the last words Nechka ever said to you? Do you remember what her final words really were? The reason you haven't felt blessed is because you've forgotten the true past. Auntie, you've been wallowing in memories of your imagination and refused to let go of them.
Bien dit ça. Très très bien tourné.
A name without a past is nothing but a withered tree with no roots, rotting without a future.
Les métaphores.
It's over, Auntie. It's all over now.
Slowly now. Why don't you stay lying down? Oh, on second thought, this might not be the best place to rest. Xilonen, Nechka, Napecha can already stand now.
Pecha.
So we made our way over.
Thank you, Paimon and Mr. Traveler. I'm fine, really. The real Nechka helped me just now, so it doesn't hurt much.
That's good. If you became Nechka, then this story would really become the To Kill the Brave.
Tu m'étonnes.
This isn't the place to chat. Come on, let's...
But what about Tlasoli?
Oh, don't worry. She won't be able to cause any more trouble now.
Elle a besoin de parler en privé à Tlasoli. Elle est même pas envoyée en prison. Alors qu'elle a littéralement mis en captivité une enfant innocente.
Alright, I've locked Auntie in the house with a few ropes. I'll take her to the tribe shortly to be punished for what
nice.
she did.
Après, je ferai une photo.
As for now, we can get away from the house and get some sun. After dealing with all of that, I'm completely out of energy.
She's already planned out everything. Xilonen sure doesn't waste time. It's still so scary to imagine. Tlasoli wanted to turn her adopted child into Nechka, and she even nearly succeeded. Yeah, she was so cool in the final moment.
C'est vrai qu'elle a tout trouvé directement, quoi.
And took control of the situation instantly.
Well, it's all thanks to Nempeka's resilience. She never gave up. If it weren't for her bravely trying to get help, then I wouldn't have noticed Auntie's plan so easily.
It was thanks to all of you encouraging me. After all, this was already the last idea I could think of. I tried to get the attention of many others who visited before, but they were all either quickly whisked away by Tlasol. Even if I told them everything, Tlasoli would just blame my illness to cover it up.
Tout était fait pour créer un mensonge et que sa maladie soit l'excuse de tout.
All she had to do was start to cry,
Hmm.
and then the guest would try to comfort her, but
Horrible.
completely forget about me.
Quelle
She would
manipulatrice.
inspect all the letters I sent and any gifts I received. And then, if I didn't comply, she would force me to drink some strange medicine.
Horrible, quoi. Putain, mais comment peut-on aller jusqu'à aller là, genre inspecter tous les lettres et les cadeaux qu'elle recevait et lui donner un médicament étrange si elle n'obéissait pas. Et littéralement, je trouve que le médicament, c'était le phlogistique contaminé par l'abîme.
It would put me to sleep for a few days, and it would be hard for me to remember anything. I would see a lot of weird things while I slept, and the
Oh.
walls around me would start talking. I would be so scared every day. If I wasn't able to get your help this time, I might have...
You have us now, Nepeka. If anyone dares to hurt you again, the traveler in Xilonen will send...
Yeah.
Normal.
Sorry,
You are already super brave, and you even managed to call Xilonen for help. Oh, you definitely found the right... Xilonen isn't the kind of person who gets distracted easily by crying. She pays attention when someone's talking and doesn't miss a beat.
And it was because of your help that I was able to pick up on the details. Without you, it would have been extremely difficult for her to communicate that she needed help. Tlasoli would certainly be more on guard if I tried to speak with her, and would probably have just kept Nepeka locked up in a room again.
Tlazoli aurait été plus méfiante si j'avais essayé de lui parler directement, elle l'aurait enfermé à nouveau dans sa
So we had a part to
chambre.
play too! But where did Tlasoli even get the confidence to try this scheme? Was she not scared that someone would realize that Nepeka wasn't Nechka?
That's certainly a possibility. The inscription she created would not only collect information related to Nechka's past, it's similar to graffiti. If you want to paint something new on a wall that has been painted before, then first you must remove the old painting.
Ah, d'accord, donc tous les souvenirs que les gens avaient de Népécha étaient effacés pour les remplacer ensuite par ceux de Netcha.
It's possible
It's
that I was
car.
also one of her targets, which would explain why she was so willing to let me have the central inscription.
Whoa, and you still took it? If it were Paimon, she would have thrown that thing away the first chance she...
Well, you can't uncover the truth without taking some risks, right? If I hadn't disassembled the inscription myself, I would have never realized her actual
So you suspected her from the very beginning?
Oh, no, she's my auntie after all. How could I have seen her as a villain from... The most I did was keep the possibility and a corresponding plan in mind, and it was just our luck that the worst case scenario actually happened. But now that I look back on it, we still managed to rescue us up. Anyway, I think we've just about summarized everything and praised each other enough by now. Everything is finally over, and Nepeka can finally be herself.
Magnifique fin.
So,
Bravo.
what should I do now, Xilonen?
You should do whatever you like, of course. No one's going to
Quoi,
look
bah, elle a
you
plus de
up
famille.
anymore.
But I don't know what I can do. Everything I know is about Nechka. What she'd like to eat, which flowers she enjoyed, how she acted and spoke. I'm not her, but I can only be like her. I don't know, Xilonen. I just don't know.
Oh, don't worry, Nepeka. The Blaze Gem inscription isn't working anymore. No.
But I no longer remember anything about myself now besides my name. What if I never remember my life and lose all of my past? I'm scared, Xilonen.
Oh.
should I do?
Bon.
Don't cry, Nepeka. Here, take this. I took
Oh,
some ore
magnifique.
from Tulasol's collection and made this as a mold.
A blaze gem inscription. You can make them too?
Oh, of course not. It's just a
Hmm.
pretty piece of stone. Take it. I've engraved your... This is your first blessing. The one you received from a pair of people who loved you with all their... It has always protected you and stood over you. For all of past, present, and future,
Magnifique, hein?
it's never strayed far.
But I don't even remember the names of my
Huh.
Ah, elle a dû se rappeler.
I won't make any big promises and say everything will... I can only promise that no matter what the future holds, your name will never fade. You'll continue to grow and mature as a sapling sprouts upward and becomes a healthy tree, or as birds spread their wings to fly high into the sky. Your name is your starting point, as well as your guide. Remember your name and everything you've experienced, and you'll know how to step into your future.
I'll do my best.
You can do it, Nepeka.
Et oui, quand tu peux créer ta propre histoire, malgré un passé dont tu ne te rappelles plus.
Thank you all. Xilonen.
If you really can't come up with what to do, don't worry. Just relax and take it easy. We're from the same tribe after all. If nothing else works, I can always go to the elders and look up your history.
Mm.
And until then, you can stay at my workshop. I can handle another mouth to feed.
Dans son atelier, il est rempli de livres.
I don't know if the plan will work. I'm not even... Well, rather than placing our hopes on a plan that relies so heavily... Well, anyway, enough about all that for now. Let me take Tulasolli back to the tribe first. Oh, gosh. I nearly forgot that we haven't even had dinner yet. What would you like to eat?
Huh? Oh, anything. I'm not picky.
Oh, good. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do. We have a very busy future ahead of us. Oh,
C'est mignon.
one more thing.
Elle la prend sous son aile.
Happy birthday, Nepeka.
Oh, magnifique. Je la prends même avec la phrase. Bravo. Elle était trop cool. Trop cool cette chronique. On va quand même finir. Vas-y, après-demain, pas grave. J'ai vraiment bien aimé. Bon, du coup, le titre, il est un peu faux, mais pas grave.
Oh, you're here. Everything's been taken care of now. I was just about to go have a rest. Well, the tribe is still discussing that. I mean, not many have ever used ancient names to commit a crime. Pakal will have a lot on his plate. What I do know is that Tlisoli's workshop will be closed permanently, and any remaining incomplete blaze gem inscriptions, And as for the completed Blaze Gem inscriptions, I'll be
Ah,
handling
la
them,
pauvre.
which, whew, yeah, yet another hassle to deal with. Anyway, at least her ancient name is fine. Otherwise, we'd have a real mess on our hands. Oh, and speaking of ancient names, I actually have some good news.
Oh,
The
nice.
memories that were absorbed by the Blaze Gem inscriptions. Now, once all the Blaze Gem inscriptions stop working, yeah, that's right. Huh. Wait, now that I think about it, in her attempt to get Nechka really is gone, but everyone is about to remember her. Phew, what a bizarre turn of events. She's resting in my workshop. I contacted others from the tribe. The tribe hasn't responded yet, so I'm planning to take her in for now and teach her some crafting. But that's for another time. For now, she should just rest and sleep. After
Tant mieux.
all, she's got a busy future ahead of her.
Bah, trop cool. Franchement. Ah, attends, il y avait un truc. J'ai envie de dire la meilleure fin possible. Littéralement. Et ouais, franchement, c'était sympa. J'ai bien aimé un peu ce plot twist avec la mère manipulatrice, protectrice, qui littéralement avait enlevé une enfant, une enfant ordinaire pour qu'elle devienne sa fille. Ainsi, sa fille morte possède son corps à tout jamais. Puis ce côté aussi d'effacer les souvenirs pour remettre les souvenirs de Nechka. Qu'est-ce que c'est atroce. Et tout est bien qui finit bien, comme on dit. C'est si beau. Oh, les fanarts, hein. Ok. Ah, franchement, c'était vraiment très bien. Ok, j'espère que ça vous a plu à YouTube, hein, bien sûr. N'hésitez pas à dire en commentaire hein, ce que vous en avez pensé. Et de cette cruauté de mettre une autre entre 0 et 10. Je vais m'arrêter là, il est déjà 23h.